grew up in the state of Alabama in the 1980s to 90s. A lanky, skinny kid with a big forehead. So, if y'all can recall back in the 80s and 90s, American propaganda had a bad habit of showing you pictures of Africa and kids starving in Ethiopia. So if you can imagine, I was thin and could barely gain weight because I had a faster metabolism and I had this big forehead that I still have. And so some kids would pick on me and say stuff like, you look like the starving child of Ethiopia, right? Or you look like one of those starving kids. Now, you know kids can be cruel. And if you're Ethiopian, please don't get mad at me, because in the 80s and 90s, that was people's euphemism for picking on certain people that couldn't gain weight. That was really said to me. So if you're ever Ethiopian and watching, I meant no offense. Then dodgeball, a sport I absolutely loved as a little girl. I was always one of the last to get picked. If you're getting my picture by now, I was an outcast. I felt ugly growing up. I felt unloved, unliked by anybody, and felt like I could never make friends. The one thing that I know people gonna call cap on that I never had a shame of was being black. And even when people tried to low-key make me feel bad, because in that part of North Alabama at the time, some people would try you, I just look at them like they're crazy. What would I fight with you for about a biological feature that I cannot control? And because I believed in God, this was before I was an atheist for a while. Yeah, I know that ain't gonna sit well with some of my family that may listen, but I'm just telling you how I left Christianity, or whatever you want to call it, for a while. I never had a shame of this skin color. When I was growing up and believed in concept of God, I'm like, if God made me, he knew he was going to make me black. Why would I be ashamed of that? And somebody may ask, well, Tara, what does this have to do with Raven-Symoné's article? For some reason, people all over the world will come to the United States and look like us, or have our skin tone. I'm not black. I'm not black. Identify as what you want, but they gonna call you what they call you in this country because of the racial stratification. It just is what it is. I don't care that people call me African American, but I don't call myself that. Call me FBA, call me black, or call me Black American. There's a reason to me why Black History Month is Black History Month, not African American History Month. I don't feel an innate feeling of, oh, I should have bleached my skin because I'm just too dark. I have never had a shame of being black. That's why when people have these conversations, I have a great amount of empathy for people who say these things, because I honestly never woke up and said, God, I wish you made me something else. No. Even when I was atheist, no. What I'm proud of with Raven-Symoné is that she doubled down on it. You can have a sense of love for yourself as a black person and not want to be called African. I can trace my ancestry in this country only, based on some people, not all the people on that continent, but based on those few who benefited off of selling us to be brought over here. And again, you can go look up whole YouTube videos of Nigerians talking about how their Nigerian parents who were born in that land come here, get successful, and tell their kids to stay away from us. But probably low-key benefit off our success. I don't care who that offends. See, you can keep your stigma that being black is bad, because I don't believe that. And again, if you call me African American, I don't care. Just understand that I'm not going to correct you, but I'm not going to agree with you either. Keep your mess about your stigma to yourself. Thanks for staying true to what you believe, Raven. There's nothing wrong with being black. There's nothing wrong with the acknowledgement that this is who we are. We're dealing with the cards we're dealt. The children who are descendants of slaves, who were brought here and who have now formed and made culture here. We had no say in that, but we made do with what we do, and we're going to keep making do to make whatever we can do here the best we can. And we'll do it while being black.